The Secret Behind Thirst and Fatigue, Decoding High Blood Sugar Signals, Dr. David. Welcome everyone to the health segment. I am Dr. David, a geriatric specialist, and my goal is not to prescribe medication, but to help everyone interpret the language of their own body. For many years, many seniors have been told that high blood sugar is just a number on a lab report, something abstract, happening invisibly inside until a doctor mentions it. But your body doesn't wait for paperwork to speak up. It whispers early. It nudges. And if those signals are ignored, it raises its voice in ways everyone can feel, see, smell, and measure in the rhythm of daily life. I am not here to scare anyone. I am here to give everyone a map clear, calm, and usable, so that the next time your body speaks up, everyone will know exactly what it is saying. Together, we will understand why high blood sugar is important for your energy, circulation, mind, and even your intimate well-being, and what small, practical steps can bring everyone back to balance. Unreasonable thirst and broken sleep, polydipsia and nocturia. Let's start with the simplest and most common signal. Unreasonable thirst. When blood sugar rises beyond what the cells can handle, the body must use water to dilute and dispose of the excess. The kidneys filter more glucose, and water follows that sugar out of the body. Everyone finds themselves refilling their glass more often but still feeling dry. The mouth feels cottony, lips chap quickly. The water bottle everyone used to finish by late afternoon is empty before lunch. This is the body saying, I'm trying to keep the inner rivers clean, but I'm spending water to do it. If everyone is also waking up at night to urinate once, twice, sometimes 3 times nocturia, it's the same story seen from another angle. This is not just a plumbing issue. It's an issue of energy and mineral waste. Water leaving too quickly drags important minerals with it, and everyone will sense that as a subtle, hollow tiredness. Scientific fact: in hyperglycemia, the kidneys surpass the renal threshold for glucose reabsorption. Excess glucose creates an osmotic diuresis, pulling water out, osmotic polyuria, causing dehydration and mineral loss. This is the underlying mechanism of polydipsia, excessive thirst, and polyuria, excessive urination, including nocturia. Scheduled fatigue, postprandial fatigue. Notice if everyone's tiredness peaks 90 minutes after a carb-heavy meal. Everyone eats, feels a lift, and then your shoulders sink, eyes get heavier, and the brain looks for a quiet place to hide. That wave of fatigue is not a lack of discipline. It's a mismatch between sugar arriving in the blood and the cell's ability to absorb it smoothly. When insulin struggles to do its job because the cells have become hard of hearing, insulin resistance, from years of easy sugar, low movement, and chronic stress, glucose lingers outside while the cells still feel hungry inside. The brain, greedy for steady fuel, protests with brain fog and difficulty concentrating. The body does not need punishment or harsh rules. It needs rhythm restoration so that the energy everyone eats becomes the energy everyone can use, with no afternoon collapse. Blurry vision, blurred vision. A third signal lies in everyone's vision. Blurry sight that comes and goes during the day can be a hydration story, but it can also be a sugar story. Fluids shift, the lens swells slightly, and focus slips. If the blur varies with meals or long stretches of sitting, the body may be saying, I need smoother blood sugar waves. When glucose floats too high, tiny vessels and delicate nerves, especially in places that demand precision like the eyes, are the first to complain. They don't need drama to suffer. They need constancy. Medical statistic: diabetic retinopathy is the leading cause of blindness in working-age adults. Approximately 28.5% of Americans diagnosed with diabetes aged 40 and older have some form of diabetic retinopathy. Prevention through stable blood sugar control is key. Skin's complaint, slow healing and infections. Everyone's skin also speaks up. Dryness that doesn't yield to usual lotion. Itchiness that returns to the same patch. Tiny infections appearing in skin folds or where clothes rub. Scratches that heal slowly. All of these are signals that sugar is sticking where it doesn't belong, that microbes find a friendlier environment than they should, and that the immune system is distracted by a storm it didn't create. High blood sugar doesn't just float in the blood. It modifies proteins in a process called glycation, making tissues stiffer and more vulnerable. If the skin surface heals slowly, what do you think happens inside, along the tiny vessels feeding your nerves, kidneys, and sensitive tissues? No fear, just clarity. Improve the internal environment, and healing will quicken. Circulation and intimate well-being, circulation and intimate health. High blood sugar is not just a daily discomfort. It is a sculpture that shapes everyone's vessels, nerves, and self-confidence over years. If cuts on your shins take longer to close, if bruises spread wider, if climbing stairs leaves everyone more breathless despite the same pace, it may be the endothelium, the inner lining of the blood vessels, asking for help. High blood sugar reduces the production of molecules that tell vessels to relax and glide. The result is a little more resistance, a little more pressure, and a little less flow where it matters most. In the long run, this affects everyone's body confidence in all ways, including intimate health. Smooth sugar waves make for kinder vessels. Kind vessels make for comfortable and confident moments of closeness. What is everyone's body telling them with these signals? It's not shouting, "Punish me." It's whispering, "Organize me." High blood sugar usually means the orchestra is out of tune. Meals arrive as noisy bursts. Movement is saved for later. Stress breathes through the mouth. Sleep is cut short. The good news is, the body loves simple rhythms repeated. It forgives quickly when everyone gives it a pattern it understands. 8 practical steps starting today. Anchor meals. Start the day or everyone's first meal with protein, palm size, fiber, colorful vegetables, and healthy fat. An anchored breakfast will calm the rest of the day. Walk after meals. 10 to 15 minutes of walking after your main meals is one of the most powerful and accessible tools for smoothing sugar curves. Movement turns muscles into sponges that soak up glucose without asking insulin to shout. Invite fiber. Beans, lentils, greens, crunchy vegetables, chia, flax, oats. Fiber is the structure in real food that tells the body, let's take our time. Respect protein. Adequate protein stabilizes appetite, preserves lean tissue, and slows the march of glucose into the blood. A palm of protein at breakfast and lunch will do more for everyone's late-night cravings than a new brand of willpower. Intelligent hydration. Drink water throughout the day, plus a pinch of simple minerals, sea salt, if everyone is frequently waking up at night. Avoid sweetened beverages. Teach the breath to set the pace. Inhale softly through the nose for 4 counts, and exhale for 6 to 8 counts. Lower stress means a friendlier metabolic conversation. Guard your sleep. Even a few poor nights make cells more resistant to insulin. Set a lights down/screens out ritual 1 hour before bed. Shape your plate. If everyone likes bread or rice, don't treat them as enemies. Treat them as components that must be paired with protein and fiber, and ideally after a bit of movement. Everyone does not need perfection. Everyone needs a pattern, not a prison. Choose 2 habits everyone can keep for 14 days. A protein-rich breakfast, or first meal. A short 10-minute walk after everyone's largest meal. If everyone tracks numbers at home, watch how your fasting and after-meal values respond. If everyone doesn't track, watch your real life. Fewer nighttime bathroom trips, steadier afternoons, calmer skin, easier feet. These are not illusions. These are metrics with faces. Carry this sentence into your next meal and your next walk. Small, repeatable shifts change the chemistry of everyone's day. Respond to the body's signals kindly and consistently. If this talk gave everyone clarity, use it today. Anchor 1 meal. Take 1 short walk. Take 1 calm breath with a longer exhale. Then, tonight, note how everyone's body responded. Everyone should share this with someone who needs a gentle translation of their own signals. And if everyone wants more guides like this, clear, practical, respectful, please hit the subscribe button below and turn on notifications so you don't miss the next lessons on how to make everyone's golden age the most vibrant. I am Dr. David, and the language of everyone's body is my favorite conversation. See everyone again.